tí a lè ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a fi ara wa ṣe òṣùṣù ọwọ̀, kí a dira wa mú, nítorí pé àìkọ́wọ́rìn ejò ní jẹ ọmọ ejò níyà. Bí ọ̀ká bá ṣáájú, tí sèbé tẹ̀lé, tí paramọ́lẹ̀ àti òjòlá ń wọ́ ruru tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn, kò ní sí ẹ̀dá kan tó lè fi igi na ọmọ ejò kankan pa láàrin wọn. Ìṣẹ̀dá Yorùbá ni ó dára jù nínú ìwà àti ìṣe. Yorùbá ní àpọ́nlé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń bọ̀wọ̀ fún àgbà. Ìṣẹ̀dá tí ó ní ààtò ni ìṣẹ̀dá tí Elédùà fi Yorùbá ṣe. Bí ọkùnrin bá jí ní òwúrọ̀ ní ilẹ̀ kóòtù òjíire, a dọ̀bálẹ̀ gbalaja, a kí àwọn òbí rẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bí ọmọbìnrin bá jí, a fi orókún méjèèjì kúnlẹ̀, a kí àwọn òbí rẹ̀. Àṣà tí ó wuyì ni àṣà wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé àṣà wa lárugẹ. Ẹ jọ̀wọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní ìdí ètò yìí, kí Odùduwà Republic ó lè dúró. Mò ń bẹ̀ yín ní orúkọ Olódùmarè. Mò ń bẹ̀ yín ní orúkọ àwọn baba ńlá wa tí wọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun ṣáájú wa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a fi inú kan ṣe é. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí a gba ìbọ̀dè ti ara wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí a fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún alamí láàrin wa. Mo wá fẹ́ sọ ọ́ báyìí wípé tí a bá wá rí ẹnikẹ́ni nínú ìgbìmọ̀ yìí tí ó fẹ́ gba àbọ̀dè tí ọmọ Yorùbá tàbí tí ó ń ṣe ojú àwọn ọ̀tá nínú ìgbìmọ̀ dídá Odùduwà Republic sílẹ̀, kírú ẹni báyìí ó rí ìjà Ṣàngó, ẹ máa pé àṣẹ. Àṣẹ. Kí ó rí ìjà Ṣànpọ̀nná, ẹ pé àṣẹ. Àṣẹ. Kí ó rí ti Ọbàtálá, ẹ pé àṣẹ. Àṣẹ. Kí ó wá rí ti Èṣù Ọ̀dàrà onílé oríta, ẹ pé àṣẹ. Àṣẹ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi inú kan ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jìjà yìí tọkàntọkàn. Kí àwọn alálẹ̀ kó lè fi gbogbo ọwọ́ sí i, kí wọ́n lè fi gbogbo ọkàn wọn sí i, kí wọ́n lè bá wa rin ìrìn àjò náà láṣẹ Elédùmarè.
Orílẹ̀-èdè mi á dúró, torí ìyà ayé ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic á dúró, òmìnira adé. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi á dúró, torí ìyà ayé ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic á dúró, òmìnira adé.
A very good morning and a welcome to another late night broadcast. I welcome you as you join on this very beautiful Wednesday morning, the 2nd of September 2020. As we start the broadcast, I welcome each and every one that have joined. And I say good morning, good night, depending on what part of the world you're watching from. The second. It is exactly 16 minutes past 3 a.m. in London. My name is Olayomi Koiki. It's a late night broadcast. And I say good morning once again as you join the broadcast. So many people might not understand what it means to have freedom, but it is my job to break it down for the benefit of those that might be asking, what does freedom means? We're going to play the anthem as we respect the anthem so much, and we must make sure that the anthem reflects in us as well. After the anthem, we embark on the broadcast.
láti dẹ́rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká dọ̀la. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ òǹkàrílé bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀.
A very good morning and welcome to this late hour broadcast as we continue to review and talk about the self-determination of the Oduduwa children, or the Yoruba, as you might want to call it. So many people are thinking that this cause is something that somebody else will have to come from another planet and fight on our behalf. And that makes me laugh. A lot of people might not understand that if we fail, we have literally failed the next generation. So many of us have probably living in Nigeria and expecting the God or the miracle to come from somewhere and bring us the freedom that we are asking for. We have a lot of intellectuals around the world, and they've been sitting on the round table for a very, very long time, demanding and talking and expecting something to drop down from the moon that would then eventually lead us out of the country called Nigeria. When people talk about Nigeria, the first thing that comes on the mind of so many people is, how do we come out of this mess? A lot of people have done so many case presentation around the world. A lot of people have done presentation that you will expect that by now Nigeria will not and is not expected to work because of the way and the fraudulent way Nigeria has been set up. Nigeria that a lot of people look up to when they were growing up, expecting it to work. So many people have sacrificed everything that they have, expecting that Nigeria will one day work. Okay, we're not getting any feed with our YouTube, and I think we should be good now. Just make sure I can follow the comments on YouTube. Everybody's staying away and expecting that one day somebody from somewhere would drop and then come and fix our own problem. We are running away from the problem rather than dealing with the problem. We have a lot of people that are well qualified to have moved the country forward should Nigeria work. But what we know is, even if they try, the setup of Nigeria that we can now see from 1914, 1960, 1959 till date. Even if you bring the best brain around the world to fix the problem in Nigeria, we can now confirm that that is not going to work. Then the question remains is, why are we running away and shying away from the reality? Why is everybody thinking that let us give it another chance, knowing that there is no time? People think the world will end, but it is the people inside that will go. So if we are now expecting another generation to fix that problem, then what does it tell that we are aware of this problem from the information that we have, from the experience that we have, but yet we've all run out of that problem? I will not run away from this problem, and I hope a lot of you will not run away as well. It's going to consume a lot of our energy, but it is worth understanding that by the time we leave this world, when that time comes, people will remember us and say, at least they are able to bring peace into the Yoruba land as Oduduwa children. But majority of the people now are just so comfortable inside Nigeria as it is. And I use the word carefully, comfortable. You can be comfortable inside a shithole country, living in an abject poverty. Or you could also be thinking that one day you will become a politician and your life and the family will change. We are expecting another planet of people to drop down and come and solve the problem that belongs to the Oduduwa children. Àwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé ǹjẹ́ kíní ìṣeéṣe is because their mind is thinking that this country, because of the military might of the North, because they are within the DSS, because they have the international backing. But what they cannot understand is what is in the mind of an average person. A lot of people have different things that they want to do. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan làwọn èèyàn fẹ́ ṣe. But what I want us to remain focused on is the unity that will complete this job is very, very key. Each time I look at the phone in the last 3 months, I see tons and tons of messages, and I know we are ready. But are we ready to finish this job, or are we ready to hang it so that the next 10 years another generation will take over, or we are ready to complete this job before the end of this year? My job and my role in this movement will be different from yours. I will put everything I have to make sure that the message gets down to those that needs to know. And the question this morning is, Ibo ni gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ olówó Yorùbá yẹn wà? Ibo ni gbogbo wọn wà? They know that Nigeria is not working, but they are keeping quiet during this very difficult time in the history of the Yorubas. They are everywhere. Some of them are living in Nigeria comfortable, and some of them are living outside. But they are waiting for a miracle to change. We all have different skills tí Elédùmarè tó fún yàn kọ̀ọ̀kan, and we cannot all be talking. Àwọn míì wà, they are thinkers. Àwọn míì wà, they are gifted spiritually. But what I know from the little that I can now see after engaging thousands and thousands of people week in, week out, I believe that we can achieve this. But before we can achieve this, we must stand firm and not be distracted. Our enemies are not the Christian, are not the Muslim, are not the traditionalist. Our enemies is this government and those working behind them to keep them alive. But we can stop it, and we will stop it. A lot of people want to know what step we are taking every day to stop this government. There's a lot of atrocities committed by this government alone every day. This government is committing atrocity against humanity, but the world has kept mute. Rather than the world to say something, they're expecting us to fight, and then they will intervene. People want us to go through the diplomacy route so that we can use that to come out of Nigeria. And we are doing that. We are using everything that we know within my own understanding and the engagement I have with so many people. But one thing I want us to remember is if we do not complete this, we are failed. And I believe and I know from so many people I have engaged with, we don't want to fail. But if we fail, what do we do? What is the next step we need to do? We must remain focused. Aláwọn tí a fọkàn sí tó jókòó tó ń wo ibi tí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí fẹ́ já sí. Wọ́n ń jókòó, wọ́n ń study ẹ̀ every day, and they are feeding the enemies. Ọ̀nà báyìí níbi tó likely pé wọ́n fi gbà. Ọ̀nà báyìí ló likely pé wọ́n máa gbà. Ìgbésẹ̀ báyìí ló dà pé wọ́n máa gbé nísìn. But tell them it is too late. It is late now because ẹni tó ní nǹkan ẹ̀ ó ready láti gbà nísìn. Tí a bá dìde as people, ẹni tó ní nǹkan ẹ̀ ó máa gbà. Whether we are going to fight, whether we are going to talk, whether we are going to go through the diplomacy route. But what I know is Nigeria will end. Nigeria will end. And we are moving into something different. I am not spiritually gifted, but from those I engage with, they tell me what they see every time I receive calls. They explain that we see that Nigeria is gone, but right in my heart, I know that Nigeria is gone from the spiritual realm. But we have element of people that are holding it together now that we need to stop. We have groups of people that are still holding us together that we need to break away from. We have countries that are holding the pieces of Nigeria together that we need to break. But after October 1st, things might change. October 1st is 28 days from today. We must start doing things different. Whatever that is, I will keep that. Spiritually, physically. But after October 1st, we might move the goalpost. Because it seems that people that are also watching us around the world might be thinking that it's going to be the same way other agitators have been putting things together. But we need the unity among each and every one of us to complete this task. And that unity means not just the talking, not just the monetary, but the mind that we want to shut down Nigeria. Very soon they will open the air space that will allow majority of us to start making our way back home. And I know that people are going on for different reasons. But the question then will be, are you ready? Or are you going to sit behind the fence? The international community are looking away while crime is committed and why we are demanding for self-determination and the total disintegration away from Nigeria. We have been talking for decades. The same thing tá à ń sọ nísìn. Wọ́n mà ti ń sọ bọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ náà kò ń ṣe pé lénìí la ṣe ń sọ. But ṣé ìtàmàmà gbẹ́nu náà lójoojúmọ́ ni? Nigeria is not working. We know that. 1914 amalgamation, we know that. How do we put a full stop to all these once and for all is what I am asking. How do we put a full stop? And that time has arrived. We are going to put a full stop to Nigeria. A lot of people want to know how this is going to happen. But we leave that to the spiritual realm. A lot of people every day, kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣe gangan, kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ gbé. But you won't have to know that. But what I will tell you is, things will change after October 1st. And we only have 28 days. The next 28 days after October 1st will determine a lot in this movement. We will know how many people are now fully ready after October 1st. We will not be able to communicate and ask all these organizations, now that we have done this October 1st, what next are we expecting? More roundtable talk? The question then remains is, when are they going to attack us before we take that bold step? When are we going to? You think that the Fulani do not know what they are doing with the backing of so many different groups and international community and different countries that are backing them. How do we stop it? After October 1st, the goalpost might change. And I want us to keep that at the back of our mind. We're not going to drag these, because for every day we drag it, lives are being lost. 28 days, 23 hours, 51 minutes is a countdown to October 1st. They are planning as well, but we must remain absolute focus. And we cannot be threatened by anyone, including the government of Nigeria. We will not be threatened because Nigeria is gone already. The pieces that remain is just a matter of time. The only pieces left is what we are doing now, and it's going to be completed. It's going to be completed. But people want to know how this will happen. I have read so many things. I have seen so many videos, so many audios. Every day things flies and circulates. But what we need to remember is our self-determination is in our hands, or our locusi, whether we want to go or we want to remain inside Nigeria. A lot of people are not doing enough, but they're expecting more from others. Let us push the campaign awareness. Let us engage our people at home and outside the country. Let us work together as a team, formidable force. From the spiritual side of things, from the physical side of things. Like I said, everybody's role will be different. We will remain strong. We will remain strong. 2 videos I came across yesterday, quite disturbing, indicate that for every time we are not doing enough to stop Nigeria, we are also allowing more souls to die. 2 different videos, quite disturbing. Very, very disturbing. There are so many souls that died in Nigeria and around the world. But there are some souls that died for the negligence of a system that is not working. And that really gives me a lot of concern. We have our people around the world suffering, and you might not understand that the reason why they're going through that pain is because every one of us are still comfortable and we are taking this as something that we will drag for a very long time. Organizations are fighting, people are fighting, and we are losing focus when the real enemies are within the boundary, expecting to strike. For every day you go to bed, you must remember that you can wake up and Nigeria is in flame because of the atrocity that the ISIS and the Al Qaeda and the Boko Haram are ready to lynch. But we have people saying this might be like a movie. It is reality. There's danger around us every day. This danger is not going anywhere until we stop it. And if you think that somebody else will come and stop this danger, we would have to wait a very long time. Tá bá rò pé àwọn kan ló máa wá stop Al-Qaeda fún wa, ISIS, Boko Haram, the Fulanis. We are dealing with dangerous people. A country like Great Britain will not even allow one of them, of this organization, to operate right inside this country. But yet, we have 4 of them now operating in Nigeria. And you think in our mind as Yoruba people